Hello and welcome to week 2. So this is your introduction video into week 2 working with databases, and you're going to have 3 assignments this week. So real quick in this video, I'm gonna try and keep it short, but I have a few things I want to show you. I'm just gonna do a quick overview about these assignments, how to turn your actual file in to Canvas so that I can grade it, and then I'm going to show you here in the sorting and filtering records. I'm going to show you something that a student sent me about using a button in here to check stuff out, so and make sure that things are working correctly. Okay, so and I'll show you that. It's a good hint, so hang with me and we'll go from there. So quick recap. I know last week you were able to download some files and play with them, but just as a quick recap, the first file that you see listed is the one that you're going to use with the tutorial, so like working with tables. Let's use sorting because we're going to go that one anyway. So the second one, sorting and filtering records. Here is this particular assignment. You've got the file. You can download it from here too as well. But you'll download that first one. Watch the video. These are good and typically only 3 minutes or so. You can also click on this and watch them on YouTube. So they're embedded in our course, but you can also watch them on YouTube. So there's that. You can walk through here, play around, try stuff. That's what this is for. So just to get you familiar with it. And then down towards the bottom, scroll all the way down to the bottom here. Here we go with the challenge assignment. Okay, so that's where you're going to download that second file that has challenge in the name of the file. So do not, as you're working on these, do not change the file names. Okay, that will mess you up. Trust me, I've done that before. And also don't worry about like adding your name at the end of it or any of that. So when you turn these files in, I download the files and it tags each file with your last name, student ID number, that kind of stuff in here. There's a data set that I can pick from, and it puts it in there so that I can see where it goes and all that kind of good stuff. So whose file it is and all that. So you don't have to do that. These file names are already long enough as as is right now. So anyway, so there's that. So you're gonna download the new file when you get done playing around. Download the challenge one with the challenge in the name. We're going to go over here to this, and we're going to do these little things. So I want to open this file. I have already downloaded it. I'm going to go ahead and open it over here. Let's see, where do I have it? Right here. Okay, so here we go. So this is the actual file. This is the challenge one. And one of the first things they ask you to do is to go ahead and open this cakes and pies sold. So let me close this real quick. We start here, and then here it is under queries, cakes and pies sold. Okay. And then now we're playing around with putting filters on. So just, I'm going to change all these. Let's see, I'm going to take cakes only. And then they ask you to do some different things over here. I'm just going to do this one and we'll play with it. In fact, I'll just show you too. So if we wanted to go to where it says number filters, this is where you use the greater than. So I think they ask you to do greater than 5, we'll say. Let's just make it bigger so we have more to see. Let's say greater than 4, just because I see some little ones on there. All right, so here we go. So different things there. If you want to sort those, click on this. Sort smallest to largest. All right, so let's say we have this. This is what we want. When we're done. There's a couple more things that you need to do, but this gives you an idea. Okay, so I'm done with this. All right, so what I want to do is close this file, and I want to show you what ends up happening. So when I go up here, I'm going to click the X. It's going to close. Do you want to save the design of query cakes and pies sold? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so that it saves up my file. Now it goes away. Okay, so when I go back and Access is completely closed, I'm going to go here where I have this file saved. And I'm just going to double click on that again. It's going to load it up. I've got that in there. Now when I open Cakes and Pies Sold again, you're like, wait a second, what happened to all that work that I did? Okay, so this is a little shortcut that you can use up here. See this thing that says toggle filter? If you click that, boom. Those are the things that you changed. Okay, so this is my original query as it's pulled from the databases, or as it pulled from the tables, and we'll do queries later on. You'll get to see queries; they're fun to mess around with. But if you're like, man, I lost all my work, I have to redo this. No, just hit toggle filter, boom, you're good to go. Okay, so that's what I'll do when I grade. So when I open this file, first thing I do is I will go and hit toggle filter. Okay, now, if you find a little shortcut like this that's not in the tutorials, it's not in the videos that I have or any of the tutorial stuff, and you're like, oh, this is a huge time saver, or oh, this is a really cool thing, please send me a message about that, because that's how I get all sorts of good content. all of the content that you have in your course is brand new this semester. So in my older content, I had all these things that students had sent me over the years, like, hey, this is cool, I did this. And so I was able to add custom things in like that because I can't think of everything. You know what I mean? I try and get stuff down and try and come up with little hints for you to use and how to make this a more user-friendly program. But I can't think of everything. So when you find something like that, because I did not include this piece earlier, because I just know I look at it and I was like, and so as soon as she sent me that message, I was like, oh man, I should have included that. So if you come up with something cool like that as you're going through these assignments and you're like, oh, this would benefit someone else, please send me that message and I can add it. Even if I don't get it into the current class, I can add it in for future students. All right, so I'll just throw that out there. Okay, so let me show you how to turn things in. If you've never done this before, I'm going to close this. Now remember, this is very important that you close this. I'm going to show you. I showed this in the other video, but I'm going to show you again. Right now I have Access open. This file is open. That's where this little lock, see that little lock right there? And then it has an L before the ACCDB. If you don't see this on your screen, the ACCDB, you would at least see this with the little lock on there. That just means the file's open. Okay, so you don't want to accidentally send me this file because I won't be able to open it. It's a locked file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on the Access program, close it down. If I needed to save it, I could. Notice how now it disappeared. Okay, so here is my file. So what I want to do, I'm done with I know everything works. I've done all this stuff. You're just going to simply click Upload. And then you can drag a file here or click on this piece. Now, if I was going to drag, I could put this back on the screen. And I could click on this and drag this baby over. See where it says Copy. That would do that. But if you don't have this up on the screen, that's just as easy to click here. You have to know where you have it saved. So for me, I have it saved. Let's see, in my downloads folder, and a little Access downloads, and here's the file. So I'm going to notice this is the one that says challenge. Okay, you want to make sure you send me the right one. And I'm going to say open. It's uploading it. Look at that, exciting stuff. It's done. Now, very important here. You just saw the file uploaded. It puts a little green check. You were not done. Okay, so you have to go down to the bottom and let's see, I think it's off my screen here, so I'm going to bring this up. There we go. The very bottom of the page, there is this blue button that says Submit Assignment. Click that little baby and it's working, and then you'll see it will show up on there. I can't see it because, oh, there it is now. It doesn't, I think if it's your screen, it puts like confetti on the screen and I don't know, like a little celebration. I don't get to see that because I'm just using my like generic student view through Canvas. But anyway, you'll see it on there. It's not going to show you a preview because this is Microsoft Access. If it was Word, PowerPoint, Excel, it might show you a preview here, but it won't because it's Access. Okay, so you know the file's here. You can see it on here and you're good. Notice how this button now changed to New Attempt. You don't need to do a new attempt. You're already on here and you're good. Okay, so that's how you'll turn in the program. You're done with this one. You can close it down and move on. Okay, so sorry, we're 8 minutes. That was a little longer than I wanted to be, but anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, and hopefully you are having fun with Access. Thank you.